Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Claremont, Florida. How is your day going? How was your day? How was your challenge? What did you celebrate today? So remember, our mindset challenge, our business challenge, and our fun challenge was all about celebrations. Getting you in that headspace to think of things that you can celebrate in life. Even though it is tough times we're going through right now, there is always something to celebrate. Even when we're going through Brad's cancer, we always found things to celebrate. So today I was celebrating Brad's 60th birthday. I didn't do anything special this year. Last year I did I think it was Lord of the Rings I did. Was it Lord of the Rings trilogy or was it the Hobbit trilogy? It was one of those ones I did in honor of his birthday. But today without thinking about it, went and booked a couple of Zoom calls. My first Zoom call today was, but first of all, before I get to what I did today, I want to say thank you, a huge, heartfelt thank you to everybody who has reached out to me today with private messages, telling me they're thinking of me and just giving me encouragement to get through today with it being Brad's birthday and everything. I have seen there is a slew of comments on the post I did today with the photographs and stuff. I have not read them. I didn't feel like waterworks at the time because I know there's going to be lots of sparkles of love flowing when I start reading those. So thank you to everybody who has posted on that. Thank you to everybody who has reached out through messages to me, text messages, Facebook messages. Thank you so much. Your love and support is truly appreciated, especially this time when we're all locked up at home too. So thank you for the virtual hugs as well. I'd rather have the real ones, but got to do that 6 feet 2 meter thing, and my arms aren't that long. But thank you for the thoughts anyway. I truly appreciate them. So today my very first Zoom call was a very exciting one. I have a friend who saw the post a few days ago about the fun challenge of finding your of creating your family tree, starting to do your family tree research. And I'd put in there at the bottom of it that, I've been researching family trees for over 30 years. I've helped many people start theirs, help people find missing links, help people when they come to stumbling blocks, as well as adding over 7,700 people to my family tree, which is both mine and Brad's sides of the family. And it's not just straight up, it's also the side shoots as well, because sometimes you've got to go sideways to go upwards. And I will explain that in a different video altogether. Basically, it is that if you can't find the direct descendant, but the direct ancestor, and you can't find their parents, if they had siblings, the names of the siblings, sometimes you can find the siblings' records, get the parents' names that way, and then so you go sideways to go up. Get that sideways through the siblings and then go up to the parents. So there is a way to do that, which is why some people will just go looking from parent to parent to parent to parent to parent. You got to go siblings. You got to do siblings, because sometimes doing the siblings helps you find more information about the parents, so you can add that in there. So it's a great way to do that. So this friend wanted to find out more information about her birth father, so we sat there, we talked for a bit, and then I started creating her tree for her, and I think it was like an hour and a half. We had a whole bunch of information. There's stuff that she didn't know, stuff that she had told me that I had found, and all of that sort of thing. So I'm just so, and I suddenly, she suddenly said, "Hang on, are you able to show me on your screen? Can't we share screens on this?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm on Zoom. We can share screens." I was like, "Dill brain, I could have shown the whole process from start to finish, from start to how I got everything." So started showing the screen and showing her all the bits and pieces and stuff, and coming up with marriage certificates and divorce decrees and all sorts of fun stuff that we're able to print. I was able to print to a PDF file and then email to her, so she now has that information. And it was a lot of fun. I love doing that, and I've actually done some more research and added even more people to her tree now. I think I'm on the verge of one of the rumors that she was querying. So one thing I like about doing the research and stuff is it helps prove, are rumors true or are they not true? So that is what we're trying to figure out right now. I'm on the cusp of proving whether this one's true or not. So there's 2 people I have to find their information about, and if it leads to where I think it's going to lead, then yes, the rumor's true. If it doesn't, then we've busted that myth or busted that rumor. So it's kind of fun. And then the next one was, we normally do this on Friday, but Friday got a little crazy. the book I'm reading, Super Attractor by Gabriella Bernstein. I had my accountability partner on that today, and we went through what chapter were we doing today? Chapter 5. It was a very interesting chapter, but what we've both found very interesting is that when we're on these calls, we go through and we talk about bits in the chapter that spoke to us. And it's like, well, I like this bit here that says da-da-da-da-da. And she goes, oh, where's that? And I go, what's on this page number here at this particular point? And she goes, I totally missed that. She says, that's a really good thing. And I was doing the same with her as well. Okay, hang on, where'd you see that bit? And then she said this one phrase. I said, hang on, I know I have read that phrase. I know I've read, and I'm like flipping through the chapter trying to find it. Yes, that phrase was in the meditation. That's towards the end of the chapter, because there's a 2-page meditation thing that takes like 5 minutes plus journaling. And I'm like, I said, I know I've read it somewhere. And so then I'm reading this piece out of this other paragraph, and I look up, and the subheading was the saying that I'd been trying to find. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then I happened to glance over to the top of the next page, and there it was in the middle of that paragraph or the end of that paragraph or something. And I was like, I knew I'd seen it somewhere. 5 minutes of searching, could not find it. And then we'd completely go on to a different, same topic, but just in a different way. And all of a sudden, these phrases just start appearing. It's like 3 different times we found them on these 2 pages that we had been looking at. So it was kind of amazing. And it's kind of cool when somebody interprets you miss something, but then, as they always say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, which is why when you're reading self-help books, self-improvement books, self-discovery books like those, that when you're reading them, even business books, when you're reading them, you'll pick up one thing one time, which is why whenever I read these, I keep them. If I'm giving them away, I have to buy new copies to give away, because I don't give away the ones with my notes in. So the first time through, I use one colored highlighter. Second time through, I change the color of the highlighter, because when I'm reading it through the second time, I'm finding new things. So I want to know that how many times I've read the book is by how many colors of highlighters are through the books. And I don't know what happens when I get to 6. I think by that stage I had to start a new book. Yeah, I think I started a new book. Yeah, I did start a new book on that one, because the other one fell apart. By the time I got the 6th time reading through, it was a paperback, and it had kind of fallen apart on me, because I kept bending the spine in different directions it's not supposed to go, and it finally just fell apart. So I had to go buy a new copy of the book and then start doing the highlights all over again. But it's very interesting that, so even when we're discussing, like when we read it, we see certain things, and then when we come down to discuss it, it's like, where'd you read that? I didn't see that. You sure it said that in there? And we go and have a look. Oh yeah, it does. Didn't know that was there. Look at that. But we're pointing this out to each other, which is awesome. So a very great day. Got to do some genealogy, which was not for my tree, it was for somebody else's, which was even more exciting than doing it for your own. I never thought of that. It's kind of exciting doing it for somebody else. And she got to see how I love the thrill of the hunt. We got searching on stuff, and I was showing her how things were popping up, because I use Ancestry, and they've got the hint thing that pops up, and I was showing how we prove or disprove the information and stuff that it suggests. It suggests, well, maybe this person that you're looking for is in these records here, and you can go through them and say yes, no, type of thing. And I was just like in my element, and I said, you can see, and she's like, wow, this is really cool. I said, you can see why I like the thrill of the hunt. So overall it was a really, really good day. And then I was late on tonight because I had a training session that I had to attend that was on at 8 p.m. as well. Something about, what's Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific? What is so special about that time? I got 2 different training sessions plus my Facebook Live, and I'm like, what is it? Is it about 5 p.m. Pacific that everybody has to be on at 5 p.m. Pacific on a Monday, doing training sessions, doing Facebook Lives? Crazy. I know, it's crazy. Usually I come on earlier, but I was on the thrill of the hunt. So I'm going to give her more information too. But first of all, I have to prove or disprove this one theory. Once I get that, then I will be able to send her even more information than what we had earlier. So that's it from me for today. Overall, it's been a really, really good day. There's been periods where I've been up and down, being Brad's 60th birthday. Yes, I've had periods of up and down with the emotions today, but I've stopped and processed them and allowed them to flow. Because if I don't do that, I'll bottle it up, and that comes back even worse. So one thing I found with grief is stop, process, carry on. Although some places you really don't want to be, like when you're in the middle of the safety drill on a ship, and you suddenly realize that you're the only person in a room full of couples, and that this is now your life, and your husband's been gone less than 6 months. No, just over 6 months, 7 months, I think it was. Yeah, like 6, 7 months. He'd been gone 7 months at that point, and I'm suddenly realizing that this is now your life, and all you want to do is curl up in a pile of goo on the floor and just let loose. But you're in a room full of hundreds of people who are all paired up with their significant others, and you're standing in the room there by yourself. That was the longest 40 minutes of my life. Did not like that at all. So that one I didn't process, but because I struggled through the safety briefing until I could get back to the room to let loose on that one. So there are times I will prevent myself from allowing myself to feel the emotions because of the environment I'm in at the time. And but once I get back to a safe place, I just let rip, let it go, let it get out of the system, process it, and then I can pick myself up and carry on again. So that's it from me for this evening. Hope you all have a super fantastic sparkling day. Remember, no matter what happens, today is always super fantastic and sparkling. And we will catch you guys tomorrow morning with your challenges for the day tomorrow. We'll come up with we've got a really cool mindset, business, and fun challenge for you tomorrow. How's your building skills? That's what I'm going to ask you tonight. How's your building skills? If you want to know how you're going to need your building skills tomorrow, tune in tomorrow morning. I have no idea what time. So if you catch the live later on, then that's fine too. Catch the recording later on if you miss it, because I don't know what time I'm going to be on. I really should set that as a scheduled time, shouldn't I? I'm going to think about that one. Anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you all tomorrow. Hei konera.